when you laid down and slept with the narc, it wasn't just y'all being intimate. For them, it was a huge ritual. They was stealing your soul. They was swapping out. Have you ever realized or paid attention to the narc, and sometimes they started mimicking certain things that you do, and then you turned around and you started doing things like them, raging out for no reason at people, being angry, bitter, or whatever the case may be. Your soul went into an agreement with theirs. Why you think it's so hard for you to lead them? Because they hypnotized you. You up under a spell. They draining your energy every time you around them, but as soon as they leave, you not at peace no more. See, they have poured some of their essence into you, and you pour some of your essence into them. So you have their demons inside of you. You trauma bonded to them. And you know that is not you. You raging out at people, doing certain things that you usually wouldn't do. That's not you. That's that evil spirit. And their job is to consume you, to take your soul so you can be miserable and bitter just like them. Their job is to steal your light. So when you walk in the room, instead of the attention being on you, it's going to be on them, because they're stealing your light. And anytime, see, the narc chooses to settle down with the person that carries the light. So once you start dealing with them, you're going to take on all their karma. Whatever blessing you got coming, it's going to go straight to them. That's why it seems like they living a great life, and they, it's just jolly with them. And then, you just bitter. It's because, the Most High don't want you to continue to stay with these creatures, especially if you know that they are narcs. The attacks is going to come harder and harder every time you knowingly lay down with this creature, because that is the enemy. That is your enemy. This battle is not with flesh. This is a spiritual war, and people fail to realize. The narc can be in anybody, your child, your friend, anybody. You just have to discern. You can't live up to the world expectations, because they don't see what you see. A demon can be in a child, and people wondering like, man, why you don't never wonder? Because I see the demon that's within that child. And sometimes, they be so lost, ain't no coming back. Or I see the demon that's in that, they everywhere. And when you're not a seer, you as lost as them.